Welcome back to Finally Got Around To. Today, I want to talk about Steam Next Fest. This is an event that is going to be going on for about a week, starting October 14th, maybe the day that I get this video up, and going until I think the Sunday, or no, it's the following Monday on the 21st, I believe. I could actually pull up, whatever. Basically, this week of October, there are going to be all kinds of awesome demos for upcoming games for you to check out. I believe how it works is that a game can only take part in a single Next Fest. So typically when a game is releasing a demo for their Next Fest, that means they're trying to kind of build up to their eventual release date. But that's not necessarily true. But this is kind of for lots of games, this is like the one chance you'll get to play it before it releases. So it's definitely something worth checking out. Hop on Steam, see what's up there. Check some stuff out, some cool indie games. I'm going to take you through a list of 7 games that I'm going to check out during this Steam Next Fest. Some of them I have played already, but I just want to play more of them. Some of them I haven't checked out yet, but this is my first chance to really do so. Let me know which ones you're going to be checking out. Let me know what games I didn't even mention in this video that you're interested in checking out, because it's hard to keep track of them all, and we need to do this as a team. And that's my goal here. Okay, so I'll take us into the first game I want to talk about. So this is Beastieball. It is being developed by Wishes Unlimited, published by Clay Publishing. I've talked about this game a couple of times, and yeah, I'm talking about it again. The demo is out now. It has been out, but they're currently having a playtest, which is called the final playtest. It is the third playtest that they've released over this year, before the upcoming release date of the early access launch. I got to actually try an early preview of this new playtest, and I had a lot of fun with it. I am really looking forward to playing more of this game. I think over the course of these playtests and demos, I have logged probably like 15 hours in this game already, and I'm so looking forward to putting in more than double that. This is a really great game. You should definitely go check out their Steam page, sign up for access to the playtest. It's not a guaranteed thing that you'll get in, but if you don't, in the meantime, you can play the demo that is free for everybody, and the demo progress will be continued into the playtest if you do get in, and it will also continue until the full early access launch, whenever that happens as well. But yeah, I cannot recommend this one highly enough. It's probably one of my most anticipated games over the last year and a half, 2 years, and it's still up there, and I'm really looking forward to trying it more. There is also going to be a Beastieball tournament on this coming Sunday that I am very interested in watching. At least maybe I'll make some kind of react video to it, just because I'm curious to see what kind of strategies people are coming up with in this little volleyball tactical strategy game. Yeah, check that out. Beastieball, could not recommend it more. Link to a article that I posted on my website will be in the description as well if you want to read more of my thoughts on Beastieball. But let's take it to the next game. So the next game I want to talk about is called Windblown. It is being created by Motion Twin, the creators of Dead Cells. It's a very fast-paced, action-heavy, kind of roguelite game. Yeah, I have been watching the progress on this one ever since they saw the trailer. Was at last year's Game Awards. They showed a trailer where it was a very nicely animated trailer. It had the 3 protagonists, or I guess they're not necessarily protagonists, but their 3 playable characters are the axolotl, the lizard, and a bat, which are very unusual creatures to kind of have as playable characters in your game, but I thought it was really cool. This is the first opportunity that the demo has been out for the public to try. I believe early access is coming later this month, actually, which is why it would make sense why they're having the demo out during this next fest. it looks like a lot of fun. I'm very curious to see how it plays and how these, what the story is, what kind of power-ups and abilities there are. If I'll be any good at it is also something I'm looking forward to figuring out. But mainly, I do want to play with friends. This current demo is a single player as far as I'm aware. But thankfully, October 24th. Did that just say October 14th? Hold on. Yes. So yeah, the Steam Next Fest is single player demo. But I believe the early access launch is going to be on the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully I don't need to cut that out later, because I'm pretty sure that's public information. We'll see. But yeah, this is a very interesting one. I'm very excited to get my hands on it and see how it feels, how it plays, all that good stuff. But let's move on to the next game. So this is a game called Urban Myth Dissolution Center. It's being developed by Hakaba Bunko, something like that, and it's being published by Shueisha Games. I also wrote a quick article about this one. I got to play an early version of the demo after also seeing it at PAX West last month. I'm really a big fan of this kind of pixelated art style that's like very like almost, I want to say black and white, but it's really more like blue and white. But it also has kind of highlighted reds in certain moments that kind of add emphasis. Generally, this is kind of a story-driven, point-and-click narrative adventure puzzle game. It's kind of hard to fit all these genres in sometimes. But basically, the point of the game is you are working for this company called the Urban Myth Dissolution Center, where you're going out and solving mysteries that typically have some kind of supernatural twist to them. I think it definitely has some very interesting takes on the genre, kind of having you work out a puzzle, having you work out finding clues and talking to people and all that kind of stuff. Researching on social media is kind of a big part of the gameplay as well. I do have some qualms with it. I'm hoping that it does kind of build upon its character arcs throughout the full game. I've only really got to play like the first hour and a half of the game, which I think might be the same demo that's out right now. But I'm hoping that so basically just the leader of the center can feel a little bit predatory and manipulative, and so I'm hoping that that is kind of explored further in the full version of the game, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna go move on to the next game. So this is Nights in Tight Spaces. This is being developed by Ground Shatter and being published by Raw Fury. It's kind of a tactical deck building game. Maybe it'll come up here, but yeah, you can see the little cards down at the bottom of the screen. Those are kind of your actions, I think. I haven't played this one, but I've been very curious about it for a while. I love kind of like how it's a very hand-drawn look to it, and all the characters they almost look like blueprints. That's kind of what I want to call them. Like all the enemies are red, and all your characters are different colors but separated colors, so you can tell them apart, I guess. But yeah, I'm very curious to see how this one plays. I love a good deck builder. I love a good tactical game, exploring the strategies and tactics that are available to you. So this is one that's on my radar. I'm looking forward to giving it a try. Yeah, it looks really cool. Very cool art style, and lots of two genres that I'm very curious to see how they tackle it. Yeah, I guess I'll leave it there. I don't know if I have too much more to say. I'm just looking forward to trying this one. On to the next game. So this is another game that I have talked about maybe once or twice. It's called Sulfur, being developed by Perfect Random. It is a roguelite kind of first-person shooter. I wanted to say shoot 'em up, but I don't think that's right. It's a roguelite first-person shooter where you're kind of diving into this strange procedurally generated cave system. There's a bunch of goblins and other creatures that will attack you, and you have to basically fend them off. There's a lot of inventory management going on as well, as you can see, kind of collecting items and making sure you have the space in your bag for them. It's also got a very unique kind of style. Like, it almost looks like 2D, like cut out like paper style, I want to say, but it still manages to have that like kind of violent goriness to it as well. It definitely also has a great sense of humor, which is always nice in a game like this. Dark humor, very much so. But this isn't a game that I did get to try at PAX West. Got to talk to the developers, and I wrote a review for their demo on Steam, and they gave me a shirt, which was really cool. The shirt is horrifying, but it's perfect for October. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I think I've put like 5 hours into the demo of this one already, and the full game is slated to release in early access at the end of this month on October 28th, which is very exciting. Very curious to see how this one is, how people react to this game being out in early access. And I'm not sure if it's going to be the full game or what have you, but I can see this one being I can really see this being a game that people get lost in. This is the kind of game you can spend so much time replaying. Like, I think they have posted on social media that like the amount of time that players have put just into their demo is kind of ridiculous. So definitely, this is one that, if this looks interesting to you, I recommend checking out. I think this is going to be a bit of a hit. But yeah, I'll move on to the next game I want to talk about. So this is another game that I have talked about before. It's called TetherGeist. It's being developed by O&Co Games. They have had a playtest out on Steam for a while now, but this is the first time they're having an official demo for this Steam Next Fest. I have played a lot of this game already. I got to play it at PAX West, and then I played a bunch more of the playtest when I got home. It is so much fun. It is a precision platformer that uses this kind of interesting mechanic where you have a spirit tethered to you, and you move it around obstacles, above things, and you kind of use strange little abilities to kind of navigate through this whole world. The story basically is that the main character is kind of prevented from going on this kind of coming of age journey because they aren't able to move this spirit further away from themselves, but they decide to go for it anyway, of course. And so it's a more challenging than the average experience, but it's kind of an inspiring story that, like, you know, despite shortfalls, you can still overcome things. So yeah, I'm very excited to play more of this. I'm very excited to see what is maybe in the demo that I haven't seen in the playtest yet. And yeah, I just love this art style, this pixelated, colorful, vibrant, great character design, all kinds of great stuff I can say about this game, but I have talked about it at length. I'll let you know how my experiences is with the demo, and if it differs from the playtest, you know, we'll see. They did also just launch a Kickstarter for this game, so if this looks cool to you, if you want to throw, I think you could get the full game for $15 if you donate to their Kickstarter. I don't know if donate's the right word, but if you contribute to their Kickstarter, it's only like $15 to get a copy of the game. I'm sure they're going to hit their goal because this is a really cool game. And yeah, go ahead, give some cool indie developers some support, because they're cool people making this game. But yeah, let's move on to the next game I want to talk about. Okay, this is StarVaders. This is being developed by, easy to remember, StarVaders Studio is developing this, and is being published by Joystick Ventures and Playworks. This is one that I still need to play, but it looks pretty cool. It's kind of a I almost want to say tactics, but I'm not sure if that's exactly right. It does have deck building incorporated as well. Seen a lot of good reviews, a lot of positive feedback from various online sources. Also, this one has been recommended by a good friend of mine very often. So I'm definitely going to be checking this one out. The demo has been out a little while, but I haven't gotten around to it. You know, as I'm finally getting around to playing the StarVaders demo, which is now out for the Steam Next Fest. I'm not sure if they have a release date or something coming up, but yeah, this one's definitely one to check out if you're a big fan of deck builders, kind of strategy, tactics. It seems like it'd be right up your alley. So yeah, definitely check out StarVaders. All these games will be linked down below to their Steam page. Add them to your wish list. It's a huge way to show support for indie games, indie developers, because if it's like such a tangible way to gauge interest, and for developers to know how many people are keeping an eye on and showing interest in their games, that can really help them out a lot. So yeah, just say that there in the middle of the video. Hopefully that's not too late. I only have a couple more games I want to talk about. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is Symphonia. It's being developed by Sunny Peak and is being published by Head Up. I've seen this game around. It was at was it at PAX West, or was it just at the Mix event that I went to? But I think it might have been at both. I saw it around that weekend in Seattle, and it was right around the time where I was really getting into a lot of precision platformers like TetherGeist, like I mentioned earlier, and I saw this one that looked really cool. It's definitely got a different art style, very dark, kind of like almost like steampunky looking, but I believe the idea is that the character is playing as a musician of some sort, and you're kind of traveling around this kind of strange world, kind of playing music to kind of solve puzzles. And of course there's the platforming as well, but yes, this is one I haven't gotten to play yet, if you couldn't tell. So there's a lot I don't know about it, but with the demo out now for Steam Next Fest, I'm very curious to give it a try and see how it feels. I don't know what's come over me recently with this whole, like, I'm really into these precision platformers, and I don't know, I'm just gonna keep having fun with that, I guess. So if that looks interesting to you, definitely check this one out too. But I'll go ahead and move on to the last game that I want to talk about today. Okay, so this is called Dunjungle. It is being developed by Bruno Bombardi and published by Astrolabe Games. It's kind of got, I don't know if it, I did have an interesting conversation recently about the difference between roguelite and roguelike. So I'm tempted to say this is more of a roguelite game, but I'm not sure. It has rogue-like elements at the very least. But I love this kind of, I'm a big fan of the pixel art style. And this one seems to have a very goofy sense of humor, and exploring these jungle ruins, gaining power-ups, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, fighting weird, freaky enemies. I've been very interested in this one, and I just saw, like, literally yesterday as I was putting together a list of games I wanted to talk about, I saw that this had a demo out for Steam Next Fest, and I was very excited. I'm going to check it out. It does say action roguelike there, so maybe it is a full roguelike, but I guess it does have some Spelunky vibes, so it would make sense. I'll let you know how this one goes, and yeah, definitely check it out if you're interested. There's so many cool games out for Steam Next Fest. Definitely take a moment to peruse through all the ones. Check out the For You part of the thing, because it will probably have some interesting recommendations. Yeah, let me know what you're playing for Steam Next Fest, what you're interested in checking out, and I'll be happy to hear about it, because there's so many games. There's so many games, it's hard to keep track. So many cool games, so many indie games. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a fun Steam Next Fest. Goodbye!